Hi again. You made your way over here to Open Lab from Blackboard. Good for you. So I want to walk you through the site a little bit, explain a little bit more about the class, and tell you what's up next. Okay, so I'm going to drop myself down here, and we'll get going. So when you get to the class, this is what you'll see. You get the pencil. Okay, get to the course site. You click here, and there we are. A couple of things right up front. So here, a course profile just takes you right back here, just for your information. There it is, course profile. Announcements is where you will land. That is our landing page, in fact, and everything that's new, anything I want to communicate to you, maybe reminders about homework or a change in schedule, which happens. It'll all be right here. So you will have to check this out when you first get there. Right, so here's your basic information, just things to do now. Reminder to send me information about Slack. Then I'm going to send you the doodle poll stuff. But the thing is, I've got downloadable things just sort of all over the place. The nice thing about Open Lab is that it's easy to use on the phone. Blackboard is not, but Open Lab is. So you can read things, you can do discussion posts, you can do a lot of work on your phone or your tablet when you can't do it that way on Blackboard, which is one of the reasons I like Blackboard. So if you're sharing technology with family members, you'll be able to use your phone for a lot of this stuff. Right? So this is your basic. There's a technology survey. You guys are probably fine. But if you fill it out, it will help me and help the department as we try to figure out how to navigate through all this crazy stuff. Right? So there's that. This is info, just contact information for me. Again, it's already over here. There, but it's there too. This will take you right to Outlook. I don't have office hours yet as I'm recording this, but I will. This is our Zoom information. If you know Zoom, you know that you go to zoom.us and you join meeting, and this is the meeting ID, and here's your password. And again, you can print this page. Right? This is a link to the syllabus, which is also in the Google Drive, which I'll show you in a minute. Couple things. Everybody's going to fill out the doodle poll, so I'm hoping we'll be able to do classes on Tuesday or sessions on Tuesday, which I'll record. Again, as I said on Blackboard, I'm going to run this class from Monday midnight to Monday midnight rather than Sunday to Sunday, just to give everybody a little bit of a break from what's probably going to happen in a lot of your other classes. So that's that. Second, this is a portfolio class, which means even though you're going to be graded, more or less graded on the unit work, those grades are going to be based on what I think it would make if I were grading it, plus whether you did it and you made a good faith effort to get it done. But the final grade on each of those assignments is going to be based on the revisions that will show up in a final portfolio at the end of the term. So if you're struggling and having problems, don't worry about it. We fix it as we go. I take issues of accessibility and diversity seriously. So if you feel like you're having a problem during the term, even if it's me, let me know. Because we'll make it as comfortable for you. We'll just fix it. Okay, so that's that part. Here's where we get to the bulk of the materials. Course assignments. This is everything you need to know about what we're doing. Introductory activities you get started on like now, if you haven't already. Just reminders of things to do, and then this is what's due. Here's links. It's always got links to everything in here. And then instructions on how to write the discussion posts, the category you'll be using to create the post, and hang on, I'll show you about that in a minute. That's what this is all about. And then for Unit 1, the big units, what I've got, because it's too long to put the schedule just on the site, and there's a downloadable Word doc for it. And on that doc, you'll find, get this to open, you'll find, whoops, come back here. That's the other class. You'll find the main assignment plus a schedule of when the class session is, when things are due. Now, normally things are going to be due for this class on Friday midnight and Monday midnight. Okay, that's to give you a little bit of a break and to give you some time in between getting things done. So, again, it's going to have a link to all the things that you're going to want to look at. Explanations of how to create a discussion post. Again, hang on to that. I'll come back to it. But everything you need is right here. So it's all right there. And it's all for all of these. All of the units are right here. Class discussions. There's a discussion area for the introductory stuff we do in the first week or so, first couple of weeks, and then discussions for each of the units. I'll come back to that in a second. Resources, college resources are things like a link to advising, a link to Open Labs help, financial aid office, a bunch of stuff like that. Open Lab help site, they'll take it to Open Lab's main site, and it's got how-tos and, do you need help on whatever. So they'll give you some, these are like FAQs, but it'll tell you stuff. And then you can also get in touch with Open Lab if you're really, really stuck, and I can't help you. And I know Open Lab really well. So if I can't help you, I might just say, well, just contact the Open Lab people. They'll give you some help. Class materials and resources, there's just a few handouts that you can or can't use. This is just a general bibliography for the course, but everything is in the assignment sections. I've got a couple of how-to videos that I made. One on how to create a discussion post, and one on how to use Google Drive, Google Folders, Google Docs, and commenting on Google Docs, but I'll show you that in a second. But the videos are here in case you need them. Zoom Room, this is just how to get into Zoom. Again, you go to Zoom US, join a meeting, add the meeting ID in the box. All right, click join if you need the password. There it is. And then there's our Google Drive, and this is where you're going to be uploading the assignments and stuff. Okay, so there's a folder for every one of the units. So say we're doing Unit 1 narrative. If you've never uploaded a file before, you click on New, File Upload. Excuse me. And let's just say, I'm going to put this in here. It will upload, if it's a Word doc, it comes in as a Word doc. And you click on it, and you can comment on these, and you guys are going to be workshopping. And I'm also going to be leaving you my inline comments here. And you have to highlight, you have to highlight, and then you can leave a comment. Now, I find it annoying, so I tend to open everything with Google Docs, because it's easier. All you have to do when you get into Google Doc open is just put your cursor someplace and comment. Simple. You can also, when you're in Google Docs, you can also add pictures, you can insert links, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can add, if you want to ask a question right in the middle of the doc, you can do it there. Hi there. And it automatically saves, so you don't have to worry about it. Any changes you make on the Google Doc will show up on the Word doc. Eventually, it takes it a minute, but it'll get there. Same thing if there are comments on the Word doc, it'll show up on the Google Doc, so they cross-pollinate, as it will. So that's that, right? And here it is again. Now here, this is something I want you to do the first week, is look at the syllabus. Let me go over it quickly. I'm not going to read this thing because it's annoying, but it talks about the class. These are our learning outcomes, and it just says things like we're going to be writing in different genres. We're going to look at research as asking questions, not as trying to convince us of something. We're going to think about what we're doing and write about thinking about what we're doing. We're going to talk about social and ethical responsibilities of writers, and as part of the learning community, it's going to become part of Unit 2. And then composing in things like podcasts and infographics and videos and photo essays and all kinds of stuff. And so those are our learning outcomes. Here's the usual excessive stuff. Course policies, attendance. Okay, attendance in an asynchronous class like this mostly just means did you turn in the homework and did you do the stuff you're supposed to do and do it in a thoughtful way, not just like, yo, dude, that's cool. That won't fly. You have to put up some comment that means something to somebody. So that's attendance. If you just disappear and suddenly turn in everything at the end of the term, you get like 0 for attendance because you've never showed up. If you're having trouble getting things uploaded or you can't get to the sessions, the Zoom sessions I'll record so you can get to them. And then just let me know and we'll work out something. Okay, if those times don't work for you, we'll work out something. Okay, so I'm very easy to get along with as long as you keep me informed. All right. Don't fall behind. You'll never catch up. Digital education narrative. I want you to talk about. I'm not going to talk about all these at length, but just talk about why you kind of went and are going into the major you're going into. What does the digital world mean to you? This bibliography is not a convincing people of something. You're just going to be researching into an issue that is important to you as a gaming person in the gaming community or in the computing world. I got things like women in computing or representations of race, gender, cultural representation, that kind of stuff. So you're going to look at that for this and just say what you found. And then you're going to get to write about it, or create something. You can do a video. You can do, like I said, an infographic. That's what this is. And then the final portfolio will be your final versions of all of these things. Plus you'll write a longer, like an article for a website about what you've gotten over the course of the term. And this is all about the tools we'll be using, which I've already gone over. Grading policy, I sort of just said. I don't do little attendance grades. It's like, that's just garbage. Show up, do your job seriously, and the attendance is good. Here's the grading thing. And then this is a brief grid of what the weeks are looking like, right? So we have the Tuesday sessions. There's always something to do at the end of the day Friday and end of the day Monday, or almost always. What they are is a little bit different. So here's the schedule. So your assignment, one of your assignments for the first week is to come over here, look at this, leave me questions, and we will talk about them. I'll take them seriously or I'll answer your questions. So that's what that is, and that's our Google Drive folder, right? Haven't figured out how to do this yet. Make the class session recordings available. I'm working on that this week before classes start, but I'll find a way to do it. So that's our drive. Now, the one last thing I need to show you how to do, let me get back over here, is how to do a discussion. So say we've got, and all these are in, okay, so here's Unit 1, right? So it said, but here's one of the things. You're going to be reading, you're going to be watching Jamila Lysacott's thing about Englishes, which is really fun. You'll like it. And then you're going to be writing a discussion post. Now, how do you do that? Well, here's your information. Here's the what to do. And I've got, like I said, I've got a title and convention, so things are easier to find. And here it is. Here's the title, your name, and the categories. So, like, what am I talking about? So let's go over here. Creating a post is very simple. You go to this little circle with the plus sign in it. It's add new, and you can add new post. So title, add new post. Here's the title. Title. Okay, now, oh, she said something about title. Here it is. Englishes. Okay, and your name. Okay, let's put that in here. Englishes. Oops, go back. Englishes. And my name. It's like, huh? Yeah, whatever, okay. I like this better. And you can do things like add a link to another website. You can, if you want to add a picture, you can add media and go out and find a file that you've saved someplace and add it in here. I've already got Baby Yoda, or the child, depending on how picky you are about this, here, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it. I got to move myself in here. Insert into post. Move myself back, and there it is. That's all there is to it. And you can move where it is, there we go. Like that better. So you're ready, right? You got the titles, you got your name, you got your post. Publish. No. It asks for a category. Like, oh yeah, I remember something about that in the assignment. What did it say? Category English is Category 1, Unit 1. Okay, let's see what that is. So I go over here, move myself. Categories, Unit 1. Now I'm going to be creating tags, but you guys don't have to worry about that, just so it's easier to find stuff. But don't sweat that. I'll talk about that some other time. But you're done. You got your category, you got your post, you labeled it. Now you hit your publish button. Publish. Maybe. Someday. There we go. And then you go back over to the site. This thing just toggles back and forth. Class discussions, Unit 1. Move myself down. There it is! Okay. I tried this someplace else too. But there it is. So you want to make a comment on it? Well, I'm going to ask you to comment on people's stuff too, or you just see something, you go, I know about that, or you take offense to this picture. You click on comments. Ignore this part, this is for me, and then you make a comment. No way, child. you can what's new this year with this is you can put a URL to a picture or to a website or something in here, and it will go out there. If you make the URL, if the URL is too long, OpenLab doesn't like it. It's got to be pretty short. You cannot just copy and post a picture in here, but you can link out to stuff, and then you post your comment. Okay, so here's my comment, and then you can reply to the comment, or you can do another comment on this comment, and just mess like crazy. All right. So that's how you do discussion posts, and that's what we're doing mostly. So I think that covers pretty much everything. I'll go back here to the main page. So don't forget, send me information so you can join Slack and do the doodle poll. And I apologize for the length of this, but it just takes a while to get this stuff done. So I will post this, and I will see you guys online.